I'm still happy to see me.
So happy to see you.
Tap. Tap. Go ahead and bring him on the floor here. Tap. Tap. Tap.
Oh, tap.
Yeah. What's your number at?
35.
Okay, so go ahead and tap. Good. And then you can shorten your leash a little bit here. And what you're going to do is pull to your side, tap. Yep. Pull in a little bit. There you go. And then just pull straight up. Tap. 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 Did we condition auto sits last week or no?
What was that?
Sitting?
No.
No? Okay, never mind that. Okay, so go ahead and relax. So here, if he starts to wiggle too much, what you're gonna do is just give a little bit of counter pressure. So if he pulls left, you pull in, tap, just to settle him.
Okay.
He goes to the right, you pull to the left, tap, to come in, to settle him.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll work on the specifics for the class.
Yeah.
How to go for the week.
Really good.
We did well, yeah. We did really well.
Excellent.
Like we would go on like, let's say 5 walks a day, 4 of them were with us, and then like the one we'd go on like just with ourselves, it's like noticeably better.
Yes.
Like he's not really pulling. He's like.
As soon as he sees that thing, he knows
Yep.
like how to.
Yep. Got a little bit of a pull in. There you go. Good. And relax right there. Good. Good. Excellent.
Yeah.
How long do your walks usually with the collar?
Probably like, yeah.
Mine's like 10 to 15.
15, 20 minutes.
Okay, cool. And how do you feel like you're still having to turn to correct them, or are you able to just go on a walk now?
Occasional turn. I think he just kind of, he sort of gets it when that thing's out. He's like, okay, I'm going to walk really close to you.
Sure.
And just not get ahead. But I don't know.
I would do it just to keep him honest, but
Yeah.
other than that, no.
Just to like
Yeah.
test him, yeah.
Right, and remember, think of the collar as a cop on the collar,
Yeah.
right? So just like
Yeah.
people go the speed limit when cops are
Right.
around, it's the same thing for the e-collar.
Yeah.
So only when you need obviously outside, a lot more stimuli to contend with, dogs, people, scents, sounds, squirrels, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So here, we're going to be building obviously more skills. We're going to work on the second half of heal today. We're going to use the word of heal and all that stuff.
Okay.
But whenever you go somewhere, right? Like right here, typically people think they can't have control until they give the command.
Right.
But you absolutely can have control.
Okay.
That's the difference between behavioral and obedience. Obedience is a very strict looking behavior from the dog. Sit, down, heel, right? But this, I just wanted relax, right? Because you came in, he was excited, right? He's jumping around and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're not doing that right now. Now,
Yeah.
if we're playing, it's fine.
Yeah.
Throwing the ball,
Yeah.
playing tug, that's the energy that we're wanting.
Right.
But then once play is over, I would ideally like the dog to go back to this, okay?
Yeah.
So, so think of behavior as the don't do that stuff, and then obedience as do this, okay? So it's don't do that and do this. So jumping, nipping, barking, licking, chewing, not panting, all that stuff you can correct. Don't do that, right? Sit, down, stay, come, heel. That's the do that type of stuff. Okay. Any questions about that? Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with you should show me the review of what you've been practicing, and then I'll have you show me as well. And if everything looks good, then we're going to start the second part of heal. Okay. Any questions before we get started? All right. Good job. Let's go.
Good.
Go ahead. Relax your arm. Yep. Good. Now, have you seen this happen a lot? Where he crosses over you?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and just pivot with him,
Okay.
and then relax, and then just forward. We're going to cover something today that's going to help fix that if you see that, okay? Good. So when you walk with him outside, is this how he walks?
Yeah.
Excellent.
He gets really close.
Good. You go ahead and get ready to come to a stop there. Very good. Excellent. Let's go and swap handlers. tap, right, good. And turn, go ahead and just turn with him for now. Turn inwards again, there you go. Good. Good. Good, and come to a stop. Excellent. Good job. Good job. So, him crossing over is because we keep making those pivots, right? So he's assuming.
Yeah.
Because you would slow down obviously the turn, so he just kind of overcompensated there. Now if you tap him, so tap means coming closer.
Okay.
So it actually causes that to happen even more. So we're gonna correct that using body language instead of the tap itself, okay? So we'll get to that in a little bit. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and start adding the verbal word of heel, okay? So heel is what's gonna turn everything on. So now if you go out and you don't say anything, George, right? He's off the clock. He can pull and do his doggy thing, sniff, pee, poop, and all that stuff. The moment you cue the word heel, everything that we covered last week and everything that we covered today goes into effect. Okay? At that point, now he has to walk at your hip. Okay, so we're gonna have a very distinct on and off switch. Heel means you're on the clock, walk at my side. Break means, okay, you're off the clock, you can be a dog now. Okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cue the word heel first, and you're gonna move forward to your left leg. Okay? The next thing we're gonna do is, have you ever pulled up and pushed down on George's butt to make him sit?
Not really. No.
No? Okay. So when you come to a stop, we're going to start teaching the auto sit. Okay? If George is in a standing position, once you come to a stop, I'm not going to care that he's perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to grab the leash with your right hand to choke up higher, and you're going to be tapping, and you're going to pull up and press down on the butt at the same time as you do this, and it should create a sitting motion. Once he sits, we praise, good boy, but we're not going to say sit. Okay, this is all built into the command. Okay, and I'll coach you through it.
So pull up, pull right hand, push hand, then do I take my left hand and push?
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
So you can even try it right now while he's standing. So up, tip, tap, right there. Now up, tip, tip. Now relax. Wait a moment. Lightly up, tap, 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 tap. Now relax. And then you're going to do the crossover with the right hand, and then with the left hand push down. So when he's standing, you're going to do right and left. Good. And then relax. Relax your leash. But then we get this,
Yeah.
right? So now lightly up, tap, tap, tap. Now relax. Okay. Good. Now
I got him.
you got it. Now right up on the right. Yep. And then down to left. Yep. There you go. Now relax. Good. There you go. Okay. So what you're doing here is you're eliminating options. It's okay. Relax your leash. Lightly up. Tap. 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 Then relax. Good. Okay. Because he gets too excited that he stands up, but then he gets too submissive that he lays down.
Got it.
So you're having to go back and forth to eliminate the options, and now he's able to hold that position.
Yep.
Okay. So we tend to restrain. So when he starts to lay down, right away you countered him. And technically he has to like do it to learn to not do it. So I said, relax your leash, let him complete it.
Yep.
And then when you pull up, on some of them you kind of like this.
Okay.
So if you feel like you're lifting weights, you're putting too much pressure.
Got it.
Just enough to direct him, and the tap is what makes him go, okay.
Got it.
Right? So otherwise you'll end up
Yeah.
really buff.
Very
Are you petting him when he's doing this?
You can. Calm pet.
Yeah.
Real calm pet. Okay? And then what we're going to start to see is you're going to start favoring this more. Okay? And then all this here with the shaking and stuff, because we're teaching something new, we're also countering him. Because he wants to do one thing, and we're saying you can't do that. So then he's like, well, what can I do? Right? So he's just sitting there and he's shaking. The more you expose him to this, the better. And like some of my clients was like, Jesse in the home, dog's great, neighborhood, real calm, real passive, relaxed. But as soon as they come here, they're shaking. And I'm like, because I put them under the most stress, because this is where all the learning is. But then as we expose them more and more, you start to see that go away. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and start the process of adding in the word heal. So what the whole thing is going to be is you're going to cue the word heal first, and then you're going to move forward with your left leg. Okay, so you're going to say heal. You're going to start walking with that left leg. You know, you could turn if you'd like, come to a stop. If he sits automatically, we don't do anything. You can give him a little bit of praise, good boy. If he stands up on your leash, tap, push down. Don't worry about how fast you get it done. Okay, it's not a speed contest. We just want to make sure that we're consistent. Okay, then when we relax, if he tries to lay down, tap him, sit again, relax. He holds for a second or two, heel, then the left leg. Okay?
To do a loop, walk this way.
Correct. Yeah. Go ahead.
Heel.
Good. Get ready for a stop. Good. Tap. Good. Now relax. Wait a moment. A little bit of praise. Up again. Tap. Good. Relax. A little bit of praise. Up. Tap. 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 Good. Relax. A little bit of praise. Up. Tap. Good. Relax. A little bit of praise. Good. Heel, left leg.
I didn't say break or no.
Excuse me?
Do I use a break or no? I didn't say break.
Oh, heel.
Heel, okay.
Yeah. So you
When
say
do we
heel.
break?
Excuse me?
When do we say break?
We're not going to say break.
Right.
At least not right now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right now he's on the clock. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Heel.
Heel.
And slow to a stop. Good. This is so go ahead and just pivot with him. Yeah, like that. And go ahead and do your auto sit. Good. Praise. Wait a moment. Light up. Tap. Tap. Good. Relax. Light praise. There you go. Good. So here, if he does the overturn or the overcompensation, you're just going to go with it for now.
Okay.
So whenever we do training, you want to think topics. Okay, so right now the topic is heel, left leg, and put that butt down. Okay, so we're not going to worry about correcting. Once we get this down, then we can turn around and go like, okay, now we're going to fix this problem. Okay, otherwise it'll become too much for both you and him. Three more?
There's not a word for the sit, right?
No, it's automatic.
He should sit.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heel.
Good. Slow to a stop. Good, relax. Right, wait a moment. Yep, tap. Relax. Tap. Good. Praise. Yeah, wait a moment. Yep, just praise. Good. Tap. Good. Praise. Good. That's okay the way he sits. That's fine. Good. Heel.
Heel.
Good. We're going to do two more. Good. Tap. Good. Up. Tap. 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 Good. Good. We'll try one more. Heel.
Heel.
Good. Slow to stop. All right, tap. Right there, good. Praise. Tap. Good. Tap. Good. Relax. Praise. Good. Good. So here, oh, that's good. Okay. It's getting easier,
Yeah.
right? His hardest part is keeping it. Towards the end of a couple of them,
Yeah.
he got up preemptively, and then you went into the heel.
Yep.
So just so you know, technically you would correct that. Okay.
Okay.
In the beginning, I'm like, I'm not going to worry about that right now because
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with just the getting him to go into it first
Right.
and holding it for a bit. But then as he gets more comfortable, we're going to start to be more strict.
Right.
Okay. Questions on any of that so far?
I think so.
So we're gonna pass off here. Now, once you pass the leash over, if we see George get up preemptively, whoever has the leash is gonna start pulling up. Whoever has the remote will start tapping to reposition him. So he should hold that position if you're passing off. Okay. So up, tap. Good. Good. Almost. Yep. I'm going to come in. There you go. Then you'll reinforce. Yep. Excellent. And praise. Good. Then relax a little bit on your pressure on your leash. There you go. Good. So now you're going to do that same exercise. You're going to cue the word heel first.
Okay.
Walk for a bit. Come to a stop. And then go into the auto sit. Okay. Good. Relax your arm. Good. Yep. Tap. 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 There you go. Good. Attaboy. Good. I'm gonna do 4 more like that. Heel. Good. And slow to a stop. Right. Good job. Yep. Yep. There you go. Good. And praise. Good boy. Good. 3 more. Good. Good. Yep, tap. Good. And then relax your leash. Tap. Good. Then relax. Good. 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 2 more.
I'll go a little bit further this time.
Okay. Good. Tap. 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 Good. Tap. Good. 1 more. And praise. Up, tap, yep, good, praise. Very good. Let me have you go ahead and tell him heel, and then you'll come to a stop like right there.
Heel.
Good. Good, that's fine. Good, tap, tap, tap. Good. Tap, 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 tap. Good. And what you can do here is choke up on your leash a little bit so you have more immediate leverage. Tap, tap. Good. Okay. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go over the second half of heel. Excuse me?
Let him lay down and then like calm up.
Correct. Yeah, so go and relax your leash there. There you go. Okay. So now we're going to test George here because he's going to have to sit there for a few minutes. Okay. So if he starts to stand up or lay down, you'll just automatically go to correcting him.
Okay.
We don't say anything. So he learns, oh, if I try to stand or lay down, this automatically happens.
Okay.
Okay? So, oh, that looked really good. Okay? So here we're going to work on the turns. So last week we did that 180 turn, right? Every time George got ahead of you, you were just going 180 to the immediate right. That will always be a rule or in effect whenever he passes you. Okay? So, but over time it should be less and less and less. And then maybe once in a blue moon, George gets ahead of you because of a distraction, you turn, tap to correct him. When you can, there is an exception, like if there's people behind you and you can't turn, you can remote to bring the dog back, but it's not the best way to do it. But if that's all you have, you can, but you also might need more power, okay, just so you know. The turn and tap is like the most effective correction for that. So here, every time you come to a stop, George should automatically put that butt down. So heel is walk with me, stay with me, sit when I stop. Okay, it's a package of things. Hey, Enrique, Pierre. It's a whole package of things. Okay. So now we're going to work on turns. So we have the crossover turn, which is the left turn, and then we have the pivot turn, which is the right turn, similar to what you did last week. So when you're walking with George, good, and then relax, good. If he's in the heel command, these turns are in effect. If he's on a loose walk, we don't do these things, okay? So if we're walking with George, what do we want to do before we turn?
Pardon?
What do we want to do before we turn?
Slow down.
Yes, okay? So that's going to be a big part of this process here. So when we're walking, I want to make sure we slow down at least 3 steps. You're going to cross over George with your right leg like this, sharp 9-degree angle, then forward with your left leg, and you're going to cut in again with your right leg to come back this way. Okay, so then we slow down, right, left, right. So if you're on a sidewalk, you would stay within the width of the sidewalk. Slow down, right, left, right. Okay? The reason why we turn with that right leg is for George. If you turn left leg, you're going to either stumble over him or you're going to kick him out. Okay? So when you slow down, George should go, what's going on? So when you cross with your right leg, he's going to see it and he'll either stop or naturally pivot with you to make space so that you don't walk into each other. Okay? So then we have the pivot turn, which is going to be going to the immediate right, similar to the abrupt turn, except this one you're communicating what you're doing. So if George is ahead of you, he's not paying attention, abrupt turn, tap. Okay? If he is paying attention, slow down, and then we go left, right, left. Now I'm going the opposite way. Slow down, left, right, left. Okay? And with this turn, you'll see, or you should see, George naturally just curving around you, reading your body language, and moving with you. So technically, there should be no tapping here unless he's passing you. Okay? Now, if you slow down and you're going to do a left turn, if George keeps going, what do you do?
He keeps on going, shouldn't you turn around?
Yes, you will do the tap. You would do the abrupt turn.
Yeah.
Okay? Relax. Good. So people tend to get stuck and they're thinking, oh, I'm going to make a left turn, and the dog keeps going, so either pull them back or you'll see them like kind of do these real big steps trying to get around the dog. it looks awkward, it feels awkward, it means we're doing something incorrectly. Okay, and it's most likely because he's out of position. So if you're coming to a stop or if you're coming to a left turn or something and George is passing, you will always by default abrupt turn and tap the opposite way to line him up. Okay? So we're going to start first with the crossovers. That again is the left turn, right, and I'm going to coach you through it. And we're going to do a batch of those, and then we're going to go into the pivot turns. Alrighty. So go ahead and put them in a heel. Good, and relax your arm. And go and just do a regular turn here.
You go this, that.
There you go. So that's the pivot turn, right? So go ahead and speed up a little. And then slow down for that crossover turn.
You go
Right, left, right. So almost. So on that third step,
Yeah.
you would turn in again.
Got it.
Okay, so on each right, you're turning. There you go, much better. Right, left, right, like that. That's fine, good. Good. Try a couple more. Left, right, there you go. Good. There you go.
So
Couple
what
more.
is this crossover one teaching him?
What is it teaching them?
Uh-huh.
So the reason for these two types of turns is if you're on the sidewalk
Uh-huh.
and let's say you have to U-turn, you're not going to always be able to do a pivot. So you have the crossover if the left side of the sidewalk is free. Or if the left side of the sidewalk is full, you have the pivot turn to go back. Okay. There you go. Go ahead and slow to a stop here. Tap. Right, there you go. Tap. Good. Now, yep, just reposition. Tap, up. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Yep. Yep. Good. So right there when you came to that stop and you started to cross over,
Yeah.
this is the turn that you're going to do to fix that. Okay? So if you're slowing down to a stop and George starts to curve over, you're going to, by default, don't even worry about saying heel or anything like that, because this is a correction now, is you're going to real sharply turn in with that right leg, but put some power behind it. Okay? So what's going to happen is, slow down, it's come to a stop, he overshoots, boom, 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 right into him. But you have to commit to the turn. Don't try to do this and come back. You have to power into him. And he's doing good. When you're doing your left turns, you can see George kind of doing this.
Yeah.
That's why we do that turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so the correct, because remote means come closer.
Yeah.
And he's getting too close.
Yeah, he's getting real close. Yeah.
So now we have to counter it with this, and this pushes him off. So he finds a nice little pocket there. Okay, so there is such a thing as too close, just as there is such a thing as too far.
Yeah.
Okay, questions on that? So I'm gonna have you do, we're gonna do 5 and 5. I'll have you do 5 crossovers, and then you're gonna do 5 pivots. Okay? But all those were correct.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, just let me know if I'm not doing them right. Ready? Go.
Good, relax your arm. There you go. 2, 3, perfect. 4 more just like that. Very good, 3 more. Good. 2 more. Good, and last one. Good. Go ahead and slow to a stop when you're ready. Good. And now you're going to go into the pivots. Okay, you'll do 5 of the left, right, left, going to your immediate right. Good. 4 more. Good. Tap, yep. Tap, good. Good. And last one. Excellent. And slow to stop when you're ready. Good. So we're going to swap handlers here, and we're going to keep that same rule. If he gets up, correct him. Okay.
Take the leash first, Lord.
Good.
No.
Tip. Right. Good job. Very good job. Yep. Tip. Tip. There you go. Good. Excellent. We're going to start first with the crossovers.
Okay.
Okay. So heel, walk a few steps, slow down, right, left, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Heel.
Good. Relax your arm. There you go. Right, left, right. Good job. 3 more. Right, left, right. 2 more. Right, left, right. Good job. 1 more. Good. Was that, I think that was with your left. Try 1 more. There you go. Much better. Good job. And slow to a stop when you're ready. Good. Now you're going to do the pivots. That's going to be the left, right, left.
Right heel.
There you go. Yeah, you got it. Good job. Good fix.
Yeah.
That was correct.
I could do it rocking. Yeah.
Yeah. It's called the rock, step, and dance. Perfect. Couple more. Good, and last one. Good, and slow to stop when you're ready. Good, excellent. So now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna have you go between these turns randomly. So you pick and choose crossovers and pivots. As long as your communication is clear and stuff, George should be able to do all these things with you with no remote. Okay. Now, if he gets out of line, your default correction, of course. But other than that, there should be no remote within these turns because it's all through body language. Okay. Yep. Good job.
Heel.
Good. Very good. Good turn. Good. Good crossover. Just a few more. Tap forward, good. Good. Good, couple more. Tap. Yep, good. A little distracted, that's okay. Good. And slow to stop when you're ready. Excellent. So that's heel. Okay, that's the package of heel. So heel, once you've cued that word, all the stuff would go into effect. George's job, pay attention. Your job, make sure he's paying attention and to communicate. Okay? So most common thing that I see when people struggle with the turns or on the heel or anything like that is because they're not slowing down. That's almost always the main thing that they're bypassing, because we're not used to like having, because as humans we pay attention to each other, right? Or we'll come back like, oh, what's going on, right? Dogs will just keep going. So here we want to communicate, so we have to have that attention. The other thing would be, if we're not slowing down, we're not high enough on the collar, okay? Because then it means he's not paying attention. So the owner says, like, Jesse, I'm slowing down, the dog's not slowing down with me. And I go, you're too low, because the dog should be slowing down with you if they're knowing to pay attention, okay? So it's either one of those things. Yep. Up. Good. Now when it comes to the auto sit, the reason why we don't want to cue sit is because then it would be heel, sit, heel, sit, heel, sit, okay? So it's just too much. So it's all built into the command itself. So let's say you come to a stop, you're going to talk to your neighbor. He should automatically sit if he's in the command of heel. What I would do is shorten my leash, okay? Because if you're leaving it slack, he's supposed to stay there the whole time, right? If you leave it slack, what happens is the dog starts to venture off and we're too involved with the conversation. Next thing you know, he's been off for like a minute or so, and then he's pulling. So it went unaddressed for a minute. But by having it shorter, we're not having it tight like this, just short. The moment he starts to deviate, I'm going to feel it happen, and I can correct him immediately, okay? So if you're talking for 5-10 minutes to your neighbor, George should be sitting there at your side, okay? He cannot lay down, he cannot stand up. So if he were to lay down, the most common thing I get is, well, Jesse, the dog's not doing anything bad, right? They're just like getting more comfortable. And I go, I understand that. But for the dog, he thinks, I'm in heel, it came to a stop, I'm supposed to do this. He's making a decision. I chose to lay down, so I can choose to pull, I can choose to sniff, pee, poop, say hi to dogs, say hi to people. It becomes bigger things, okay? Because he's not logical. He's not thinking like, oh, you're letting me lay down because I'm not doing anything bad, I'm just getting more comfortable. He just thinks, I decided to do something and it went uncorrected, okay? So obedience is very black and white. So you just want to make sure you're very specific with your rules, because that's where dogs thrive. Dogs thrive in black and white, okay? Because that's their world. They like something, they don't like something. They let you pet them, they don't let you pet them, okay? Questions about any of this stuff so far? So what I would do now is when you employ your word of heel, good job, is at the beginning, again, start with that potty break. I think 35 that's probably been your working number.
Yeah, 35.
Yeah, I was doing really good in here. So once you cue the word of heel, what I would do is 5 heels to stops, 5 heels to crossovers, 5 heels to pivots. Okay, so it's kind of like what you did here, and then you go on your walk. Okay, so it's to build your muscle memory.
Okay.
Once it's in your muscle memory, you just apply it. Because the hard part's going to be, oh, we're walking, and we're going to turn left at the red light, or we're going to turn left at the end of this corner, or we're going to, you have to start planning things. So then it's like, okay, we're going to turn around the corner, now you got to slow down, time your movements, and then right leg and go. Okay, so 5, 5, and 5 is what I typically recommend for people. And then once you've mastered it, or once it's like in your muscle memory, you can just forget about it and just apply them as you need them. Okay. Other questions?
So similar to like last week, where like next week you should be like pretty well conditioned on like whenever we stop the sets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now let's say, because he did get easier,
Yeah.
is if you feel like he's always needing that pressure,
Yeah.
you can also use food.
Okay.
But what we would do here is get him to do the sit first, and then once he's been there, feed. Okay? And if you start to see him opting for the auto sit on his own, you'll feed the auto sits, but not feed the ones you make him do.
Okay.
So then he starts to go, oh, if I do this by myself, I'll get something. If I forget to do it, I only get pressure. Okay? So there's no right or wrong, it's just what's going to work best for him. When we use food, we do use very high value stuff: cheese, turkey, bologna, sausage, pepperoni, ham, rotisserie chicken, tep. Good. Because since we train dogs to a higher level, we have a higher payout. You can also reward, like let's say he's been sitting there for like a minute,
Yeah.
you can also feed at the end for like, being there for such a period of time, okay? And eventually, once we get that consistent,
Yeah.
we can start to wean away the food, and then he should just be doing that on his own,
Awesome.
okay? Anything else?
So to just practice the 3 different reps,
Mm-hmm.
4 times a day or whatever.
Mhm.
Before it was water.
Yeah. Now at this point, if he's walking like that, you can even do like 2 30-minute walks or so, because I can see he's got the position of heel.
Yeah.
Now it's,
Yeah. He's doing pretty well. I'm just worried about the sit. I think that's gonna be harder.
yeah, well, because a guy like this wants to move.
Yeah.
Like, we saw at the consultation,
Yeah.
we saw it when you arrived, like his brain wants to move.
Yeah.
That's where that anxiety comes from. Plus anxiety also wants to move.
Right.
That's where people start to pace and stuff. So here, does he have any ball drive? Does he like balls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because I'm wondering if he's looking at this toy over here.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think he was just looking at the puppy.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's looking at something. Yep. Good. And in the beginning, you're gonna see what looks like more pent-up energy. Oh, careful. Good. But that's because he just doesn't want to sit still for longer than
Yeah.
30 seconds or whatever. Yep. There you go. And then relax. Good. Yep. And then relax. Good. Anything else? Good. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. So next class, we're going to cover recall,
Okay.
which is common called. We have our own leashes here to use, but you'll want to get a 30-foot leash. You can go on Amazon, $8 to $12.
I think we have one.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you'll need that for when you practice, but we have ours here
Okay.
for the class, okay? Awesome. Good job.